There we go. It picked it up. Okay. Welcome to the Wandering Voices podcast. I'm here today, joined by Chair_E. Yes, that guy we talked about in our first episode. We're going to talk about how the school system just sucks. Right, Chair?
Yeah, honestly, I also agree. The school system is quite flawed
Yeah, I agree.
in many ways. Yeah. Which brings us to our first point that just they pretend to care about lots of things, but they really don't, and
Yeah.
the actions that they do barely help or really do anything.
Like throughout all
So
of elementary, I was bullied so much and nothing ever happened, but they acted like they cared so much. It's so funny because I have a funny story. So back in elementary school, I got bullied all the time. It was for liking Sonic. It was Sonic, so I kind of get it, but like still, let people like what they
all right.
like. And so then, nobody cared. Not a single teacher cared. But then one day, a grade 5 student a grade 6 student beat up a a grade 1, and
What
the
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 hell?
the school went on full lockdown. They put a fence through the center of the of the schoolyard. So now the schoolyard is just chopped in half.
So it's split
It's
up.
split up, and the guy he left the next year because he was in grade 6, and it's still there. It's so stupid.
It's just a big wall.
I know.
Once you pass a certain grade, he just goes to the other side of the wall. You're
Yeah,
never seen again.
so if you have a friend,
You're
if you have a friend that's in like grade 4 and you go into grade 5, you can't see them. Bye bye.
Great divide.
Yeah, it's really funny.
It reminds me of like some movie.
It reminds me of you know Hitler.
What the hell? I mean,
Maybe that's not a good
I
analogy,
guess.
but you know what I mean.
I guess. You know, what you just said there reminded me of World War II when the Nazis invaded.
Yeah, that
It's kind of an odd reference.
I know, right? And so now I'm in my new school. It's like it's way better than my previous school because my previous school just, oh my god, they're so dumb. Like they cut down like every tree on the property. Everyone used it for shade in like the middle of the summer, but they cut down every fucking tree and then put a fence around the yard.
Why?
I don't know. There
Why?
was no fence there before for like 5 years. Nobody was like crossing the line because it was there was flowers and like tree branches and all these type of stuff blocking you from getting away. But like no, they had to put a fence. No, really, and like oh god, the principals, they all sucked. It just progressively got worse and worse and worse.
I mean, yeah, I mean, kind of sucks.
Yeah. So now at my new school, they're really laid back. Like they don't really do anything, and that's kind of a problem because these girls at my
Yeah,
school are going around in fucking bras. They're going around in bras and like
what the
the shortest shorts possible, and the fucking teachers they just turn a blind eye. But then there's the student that wears Playboy like clothing, and they fucking go. They say go change your pants now. You gotta go change. But it's like, sir, there's people wearing fucking stuff that you should be wearing a shirt over. Like it makes no sense.
I mean, honestly, it sounds hella weird.
I know. Any
Yeah,
thing happen at your school?
it's a double-edged sword. It goes both ways.
Hmm. Like yeah, it's the
You know?
woman's body, but like at the same time, it's kind of it's a distraction, you know. But I think phones are more of a distraction now, and
Yeah.
that's the thing. So there's like always people that are on their phone. Like I'm sitting beside a fucking guy that nonstop is on his phone watching goddamn TikToks, and like come on, like we're in a Comtech class where you take photos and edit videos. Like you can't just not watch your little TikToks? Like, we're in the best class possible, and you just decide to watch TikToks the whole time.
I mean, yeah, both those things are violating. I mean, not violating. Shouldn't be learning environment.
It's just like, come on. And then he wonders why he has a 52.
That's crazy.
I know. But then at the same time, so I have this friend that I'm in an adulting class for, and basically, every time we try to talk, it's like we're talking about the subject, like that our teacher's talking about, not really over her. Like, let's say a video's playing, we're kind of whispering,
Yeah.
and yeah, we shouldn't be talking, but we're talking about the subject, like that we're learning, and by doing that, we're kind of learning more. But then the teacher like kind of shushes us all the time. I get it if we're talking off subject, but like we're talking about the subject. I don't really get it. Like,
I mean, yeah. Y- Uh, here, my school is pretty biased sometimes
yeah,
on who gets in trouble and who gets not. I mean, it, sometimes it's even the subs. I mean, we were just quietly talking, and then they were throwing a football around the class.
what? How
Now,
did
I
they
do
even
not
get a
understand.
football in the class?
Yeah, that's the real question. But how? I don't know why we got in trouble
Yeah, were you
while
even
they
doing
were
anything?
playing football in the class. We
Wow.
were meant to do work,
hmm
and we were meant to do work for our writing exam, but I know for a fact they were not finished.
Yeah. Though, so that also has like another about the whole substitute teacher thing. So a couple days ago, I was actually helping with grade 8 graduation, like a video for grade 8 graduation. So we had to like go
Yeah,
collect all these grade 8s from the intermediate hallway. And so I was helping this guy. I won't say his name cuz he doesn't like having his name on the web and stuff like that. So he basically he he would go he would take the students and record them, film them. So I got my teacher to tell my other teacher, uh Alex won't be here today. He's working on an assignment. Well, not an assignment, but like a school project. And then I get home and my mom says, "By the way, your school called me 5 times saying you're absent." So, hey, the substitute teacher didn't listen to my teacher.
I mean,
So, that's fine.
that's what substitute teachers really do. They're not paid enough to
I
care.
know.
They're just here for
And
one
then
day,
and also
and they don't have to. They don't hold much responsibility.
something about what happened that day. So we went, okay, to get this done faster, we'll get 5 students at a time. Worst fucking mistake ever. So what happened is we got 5 people and we're walking down to the room to the film. And they start like making loud sounds and like, okay, these guys are going to be troublemakers. So I'm basically, instead of being in there with him helping record, I was standing outside the door watching the kids, like telling them shush, because in the middle of recording, and they just wouldn't fucking shut up. They kept screaming help. They were playing fucking bumper cars with the school chairs,
Bumper
with
cars.
with the like the fucking office chairs. You know those like
How?
those office
Oh wait.
chairs.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah,
rolly ones.
the rolly ones. They're fucking bashing them into each other, screaming at the top of their lungs, and my I'd say
Man, you
friend.
sure you got?
I was gonna say something else, but yeah, he's kind of my friend, and he's recording in there, and he can't get the freaking recording because he's having to wait for them to shut the fuck up, and they just won't. They just won't be quiet. Like, oh my god, it's so
Man,
like something that should have took like 3 minutes took 2 hours because
absurd.
they just needed to go in there and say hello, my name is, and then say their name, and then like when I grow up, I want to do this, and my favorite memory was this, and when I go in high school, I want to do this. So it wasn't that hard of a task, but they made it such a hard task because they were freaking yelling and screaming. There
Man,
the
are you sure? Are you sure you got grade eights? Sounds like you got some grade fours up in
I
there.
know that's what you think. Um, so then the teachers' lounge is right beside the room. A teacher comes storming in and says, "Can you guys shut the hell up?" And because they're screaming at the top of their lungs and
Yeah,
bashing
valid.
into each other. So then two teachers had to come in and watch over them and like tell them how to prepare three questions of something like that they could have like. He's like, I don't know what my favorite memory was, and we're just like, you can say going outside for recess. He's like, yeah, but that's not my favorite memory. So we're sitting there for like 30 minutes trying to figure out what the hell they could say. Like, oh my
Oh,
god.
did they get prep time to think about this?
No,
Or
the
were
thing
they
is,
just
they shouldn't need prep time for questions so simple. But yeah, we gave them prep time if they needed it, but they didn't need 30 minutes of prep time for that. That's absurd.
they didn't even use the prep time validly. I'm pretty sure they just talked to each other for like the
No, no, no.
40
We were
minutes.
sitting there with them, and just oh my god. And then also we had a I think it's called a slate. You know that thing that like movie directors they go scene one action and like they clamp
Yeah.
the yeah I think it's called a clamper. One of them were going in there to do their interview, it's to say, and they come out with the freaking clapper and start clapping it. And the my Comtech teacher bought that specifically for this graduation video. And this random grade 8 went over, took it, and starts fucking clapping with it. So that kind of pissed us off. It's just it was
Yeah.
a horrible day.
I mean, just by the sounds of it,
I
it
know.
sounded pretty bad.
Oh god,
I
like
mean, honestly, I wouldn't take it. I just walk out the room or just tell
oh,
somebody.
oh, that's another thing. So the 5 students we got at lunch, 2 of them were not at lunch. It was before lunch. And so we got I think 3 of them done. Yeah, 3 of them done. It took so long to do the third one because they wouldn't shut up. Um, and then when she came out, they fucking just both booked it. So we got like they were the only 2 left, and they just fucking booked it.
Bro had places to be,
So
things to see.
so then after lunch, we had to go back to the room and get them. We had to tell the teacher, "Hey, miss, the those students, yeah, they ran." So that they came back and we had the whole mess of them not shutting up. So that was fun.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, as I said, I probably just leave the room.
Yeah, honestly,
Like,
I was
I
getting
am
like
not dealing with that.
see, the thing is I couldn't yell at them to like just shut up because I didn't want to interfere with the recording. So that lovely.
Yeah,
So that's enough of, that whole thing. Let's
that
talk
whole
about the
situation.
flawed school system. The going and getting a piece of paper for your 14 years of work.
14 years of work just to get a
It's
piece
yeah,
of
you
paper.
get it. So how school works is each day you have to go in and sit for like 6 hours a day, 5 days a week, for 14 years of your life, and all you get for it is a piece of paper, a goddamn piece of paper. That's all you get. And then if you want to actually get a good job, you need to go for another 3 to 4 years. And then
I mean,
you have to also on top of that you have to pay $30,000 for a chance to
that
graduate.
also brings me to another point.
Yeah.
Another point is that most of the school,
Mhm.
of the time in school for like grade 7, grade 6, grade 8,
Yeah.
It's kind of useless here.
I'd say from grade mm, 1 to 8, yeah, that's completely useless.
Is you know,
Well, not
like for
completely,
example,
mainly useless.
oh, mainly, yeah. For example, math.
Yeah, math, you need that.
Yeah, in math, it sucked. It
I know
sucked
it does suck.
balls.
Like for example,
It
they don't teach you taxes. I was doing not academic math. I was doing applied math, I'm pretty sure it's called. And
yeah.
they were teaching me fractions. Like like what? I'm about to graduate in 2 years and you're teaching me about fucking fractions? So I got out of that class and went down to what people would call locally developed back then. I don't know what it's called now. I think it might still be called locally developed. But basically that taught me more than what this like 8 years of math taught me because I actually got taught
That's
how
sad.
to do my taxes, how to do like um pay deductions and stuff like that. All this type of stuff that would actually fucking help me. And then my used to be friends would be like, but you're locally developed. And it's like, okay, I'm not learning fucking what is it? Algebra. I'm learning how to do my fucking taxes.
Me, that's not even my issue. I mean, I don't have nothing against it. It's just
Mhm.
that here for grade 8, it's way too easy. I am
Yeah.
you're not telling me I'm learning how to multiply fractions in grade 8. It's halfway through the year.
Yeah, see,
You're not.
I forgot how to uh like multiply fractions cuz I haven't done that in so long cuz I've actually been learning useful math. Uh but the thing is you probably would never have to do that in your life. Like when will it come up that you need to multiply fractions? Probably never. I I don't think anything in school people have actually used in life, other than English and maybe some
I mean,
math.
yeah,
But
and I guess you have a point
most of
because
the
you can just use a
yeah,
calculator
exactly. You can just
for
use
the
a calculator for
situation,
it
but
all
you
now.
wouldn't use it.
You really don't need to learn what's 5/10 times 20 or whatever. Like
Yeah.
it's just awful.
And I think no schools need to have a system where you don't have to
Well,
wait
high school is
for.
perfectly fine, like because you choose your own courses, and I've just been doing all technology, and it's the most fun I've ever had. We flew a drone in school because they bought a something called a DJI Mini, and we flew the drone. We crashed into a tree twice, but we flew a drone in school. It was fun.
Yeah, I mean, sure, sounds like it.
Yeah, it's a drone.
But here it's not even that it's useless. I
Yeah,
think school just needs to stop having it go for so long, like
yeah. That's the thing. It goes for
and
so
waiting
long.
for and waiting for the other kids. Yeah, I understand that. I can ace every test that they throw at me.
Yeah,
I do
they
not need 5 more classes of this.
They need to at least come up with a system where if you're good enough, you can skip a grade or something like that.
I mean, you can.
Yeah, but
It's
like,
just that I can't really do that here because I mean I'd be skipping to high school.
yeah, I
And
know.
I don't think I maybe I
Uh,
can. I don't know.
it sucks
Yeah.
because it's just a bunch of useless info. Like, I'm gonna be perfectly fine doing all this locally developed um courses because I don't need to learn all this in-depth stuff. But the thing is, I do need to learn it if I want to, go to university and college. But it's like you don't need to learn all this stuff at the same time. Like I just don't get it. Another thing that I don't get is why you get paid minimum wage for working your fucking ass off, but then um let's say you work in an office building, you're just sitting at a computer all day. And then the guy that's like working in construction, he's getting paid minimum wage or close to minimum wage. While you're getting paid like a $50,000 salary for just sitting at a computer.
Yeah, I mean, usually the boring jobs are the one that pay the
I
most.
know, like just like because it just makes no sense because you're physically ruining your body and you're getting paid minimum wage. Like I would say, yeah, probably the people in the office should be paid more because they're they've worked hard for it. They went to university or college or whatever to get that job. But like um workers who are doing physical labor shouldn't be getting paid minimum wage. I think no jobs should be getting paid minimum wage in fact because you can't live off minimum wage. Minimum wage should not exist for
Minimum
like
wage is not
full
even
time.
minimum.
Like
Yeah,
minimum wage was created to be a living wage, and now it's not even a living wage.
yeah. Nowadays, it's
Even
not.
even a living wage isn't a living wage anymore. Like uh
Because
people I've seen
eventually you want to start a family or something.
yeah, I've seen people on TikTok saying that they like it's a single mother and a kid and they can barely like afford to live with $100,000 a year. Like it's just crazy. Though I think we're
It
getting
is
way too
like
off topic here. But
um yeah. We should probably transition to the next point.
yeah.
Going back to how schools don't care about many things,
Mhm.
such as bullying.
Yeah.
I mean, they keep saying it, but it doesn't make an impact. And even
Yeah.
if they do care,
It's like
it doesn't change nothing.
it's like the whole mental
You're not
health
gonna,
thing. Like how they say, "We care about your mental health." But then half the teachers they don't give a shit. Like cuz if they don't help with bullying, obviously they don't care about your mental health. If they cared about your mental health, they would care about bullying happening. But no, they don't. Like I do have some teachers in my school that like are highly offended whenever people bully and stuff like that. But that's only like one in
yeah,
what 20. That's not enough. They should all be caring. And listen, I have a fucking bitchy vice principal. She will literally butt into conversations, and it's just holy shit. So so yeah, basically all they do is they will butt into conversations and be like, "You can't do that. You can't do this." And sometimes they even camp in front of the fucking bathroom. Like they wait to like just launch on their prey. Like what? Like, I know they're not allowed cameras in the bathroom, for privacy reasons. But like still, you shouldn't be camping out the freaking door and go, "Oh, are you vaping?" That's another problem with schools. All the students vape, and the schools don't really
yeah.
do anything about it.
Even in grade 8, I've seen
Really?
a lot of
Are,
people.
are you in like a high school, elementary school type thing where it's like 7 and 8 and then 9, 10, 11, 12?
No, just 7, 8.
Oh yeah, I forgot that's how it usually works. Um yeah, so back in like grade 7, grade 8, all the people I knew that like were kind of what is the word? Like they never did anything bad. Goody two shoes.
Yeah, goody two
They
shoes.
fucking started vaping. Everyone started vaping. Like it was almost everyone but me and like a couple other people. And oh my god, I feel like it just spiked recently. Like now everyone, like even one of my best friends, I didn't even know they smoked weed. I mean they're legal age now, but like I didn't know that they did that until like 2 months ago. Like I
Yeah, I
swear,
mean,
ever since this pandemic, everyone has just been stressed out and just went to, some substance, whether it be drugs,
yeah,
alcohol, all this stuff.
I honestly don't understand. The pandemic did not leave me stressed out at all.
I know, but like some people it did. I think it
Yeah,
was mainly adults and, people who were supposed to graduate or graduated and now are in their adult life for the first year and they fucking can't do anything.
yeah. I mean, returning back to topic,
Mhm.
they I think they hammer in these things too much. I think,
Yeah,
for
like
example,
LGBTQ.
yeah, like LGBTQ.
Like I have nothing against them, but like what the hell? My school my school has a fucking meeting every Wednesday for LGBTQ, but like not a meeting. They just
Same.
they just kind of gather up all the LGBTQ kids and put them in the fucking atrium and say, "Go talk." But it's like, ma'am, or whatever. Uh, you can do that without having an LGBTQ club. They can just go ahead, talk, and they can walk out the school. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
it's fine for like grade sevens and eights, but like for grade nines to 12s, they can just walk out the school with the same person and like go to the fucking gas station, get something to eat or
even
drink.
questions are worded in such a way that would make you go into a certain opinion.
hmm Like another thing is this is not that bad, but it's also kind of annoying because my school they'll be like on the announcement. Um, are you part of the LGBTQIA? No, SQ LGBTQIA, and then they add a plus. But they're saying the whole acronym anyway, and it's either you shorten it and then add the plus, or you say the whole thing and don't add the plus. But they believe they need to add the plus
I mean,
on top
I
of
think
everything.
it's kind of a. I don't really care as long as you're
Yeah, I
not
know.
obnoxious about it, but this is obnoxious.
Yeah, it's
Questions are worded in a way,
like
which you have to do research. Say why gay people are being oppressed on a daily basis, and say exactly how is this society saying that there's less. How there's only two genders, and
yeah,
explain why that is so wrong.
yeah. That is one thing that I absolutely hate is that they talk about it so much. Like so back like a couple weeks ago, um my Comtech teacher left the room open at lunch so you can go and like there's all the computers and there's always this fucking group of kids that all they talk about is LGBTQ. Like at one point they called chess racist. They
Yes,
called
it's
chess
racist.
racist and
Yes,
sexist
it's
because
racist because
no,
white goes
yeah, no,
first.
something stupid like that. Uh, yeah, they called chess racist. They at one point I heard them say that all men are stupid, and one of them was a guy.
Bro, what the
I know he's
hell?
oppressing himself. Um, yeah, though all they talk about is like, as I like to say, gay politics. Like, they, I don't get it. Why? How can you talk about that exact same thing
Why is that?
all the
Why is
time?
that the only thing you
I
talk
know
about?
that's the thing. It's like they're a
Why is that
robot.
your whole entire
I
personality?
know that's when I start to fucking hate it. Is whenever someone makes their whole personality around it. Like, cool, bro, you're gay. You don't have to make your whole personality it.
Okay,
Like
cool.
nothing,
Now you're
nothing against
gay.
you being gay, but it's kind of annoying if you talk about it all the time.
Cool, man. You're gay. Now shut the fuck up.
I mean, it's okay if they talk about like this stuff every now and then, but every day? How do you live like
So
that?
excessive.
I know.
They go home and it's like, Mom, I'd like to say that we are being oppressed on a daily basis.
I know.
Now,
It's
if you do
like,
not support my endeavors,
and
I will.
like I feel bad for all the trans people in America. Like, they're putting so many laws, but like they're acting like that same thing is happening in Canada. Which no. I think we're like the country with the most progressive LGBTQ laws and protections and all that. But people don't act like that. Like I get there's the rest of the world, but like be glad you're fucking where you are now.
Yeah, be grateful for
Yeah, be
once.
grateful.
Be grateful for once and stop complaining.
Exactly. Um yeah.
I mean, personally, I personally don't have that much against it. No,
Yeah. It's
the
just it gets
first three
annoying
acronyms
after a while.
LGB, but then I think the annoying things start when the TQ plus comes into
Well, no, no, no.
consideration.
It's not the
Because
plus. It's whenever they say the whole thing and then add the plus that pisses me off.
no, I'm saying like in a different way. Like LGB is about the like mm, like like the biology,
Yeah.
and TQ
Well,
plus is about identity.
see, here's something
And
that
I sometimes think they should not be associated as the same exact thing because they're
see.
not.
Yeah, you have a point there. Yeah, because they're not the same thing. But here's something that might be a little controversial to some people. So if you really want to just skip like ahead like a minute or two. Um, so being gay is actually like it's technically a disease. Doctors say because you're not supposed to like it's fine if you do, but technically you're not supposed to think like that.
Yeah,
So it's kind of funny and ironic that every other disease we despise, but then this one like
we praise
neurolog
it.
yeah, exactly. I mean, again, I have no like anything against it, but like still it's kind of funny.
Ironic,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
See,
ironic. It's
I
just
mean,
ironic. That's the thing. It's a cool little fact and it's also ironic. Though I'm starting the
I think
yeah.
kids should, wait to decide.
Yeah, that's one thing.
Y-
Nothing
Yeah, I
against
don't
people finding out
know,
about themselves, early in life, but like you should
but the TQ
wait.
plus community is kind of targeting kids.
Yeah, exactly.
They're
Like
like,
I'd say, the age you should be to like think about that is well, not think about that, but like there's some kids that are like 5 years old going around saying they're bisexual, but it's like you're not even. Like, how do you have that knowledge whenever you're not sexually active or all that stuff? Like
if I could
kids
throw up
don't think
The
about that
Star
usually.
Wars Discord gender meme right now,
Yeah.
the one where it's scrolling down with all
Oh
the
my god.
tags. I would
Yeah.
put
See,
that up right now.
it's like again finding yourself at a young age. That's fine, but like if you're young, some kids don't know what anything is, so they might declare themselves
They're
as something when
they're
they're
really
not.
impressionable,
I
and
know. Yeah, yeah. They're like
it's not
impressionable
okay.
until they're
Not
8,
okay.
I think.
It's not okay to target kids
Yeah,
because they
exactly.
might do something that they regret their whole entire
Like
life,
they might
which there are examples
like
of.
there is laws to prevent like for example getting surgery to change your you know downstairs area until you're like 18 or
Yeah,
something, but like still it's kind of eh. it's, n- mm, it's iffy, you know.
yeah.
Though I think we should really stop talking about this topic.
Okay, yes.
It's getting a little off the rails. So now let's talk about phone policies.
All
What
right.
do you think about school phone policies?
We just had home policies just recently implemented,
What are they?
which it's kind of dumb because the reason they got implemented is because certain kids
Yeah.
that they found certain kids misusing their phones in
Yeah.
class, and well, at that point, if you know who they are and you've seen them, you don't have to punish the whole entire
Yeah,
school.
that is true.
Punish
It's
just punish those kids that you know did it,
yeah.
which you know because you said
I have an
it
example
has
for
been
this
brought
too
to our
after you're done.
attention.
Uh,
It's dumb
Yeah.
because now we can't have phones at all, even though
Oh,
we
you're not
weren't
allowed them out at
misusing
all?
them at all. Yeah,
What the fuck?
and it's because certain kids did it,
Okay, so
which I don't think it's fair
here's
because
something.
we did nothing, and we get
Yeah.
this happens with a lot of other things too.
Yeah,
We get
same thing happened with my
all
school.
the repercussions.
So what happened is that certain students would go to the bathroom and vape or vandalize the bathroom, stuff like that. So
Yeah.
the school implemented a policy that I don't think is followed anymore, but still, it was followed for like maybe a month. I don't think it's as followed anymore. But for the first 15 minutes and the last 15 minutes of class, you weren't allowed to go to the bathroom. And like, what? That makes
We still have that.
we have a right to go to the fucking washroom. Okay, this makes no sense in the first place. Why you have to ask a teacher to go use the fucking shitter?
We have to we have those. We can't
Because like,
go in the middle of the beginning of the class
yeah,
at all.
but that makes no sense. If I need to go piss, I need to go piss. So you shouldn't be able to hold me, like, cause like, what am I gonna just piss my pants? Like
Just hold
what?
it in
Yeah,
next to you.
exactly. Like, and then on top of that, making it so there's a small like time where you need to go to the bathroom, that just causes so many problems. Because it can create lineups and like just the vaping kids, they'll all be in different classes, so they'll all go out at the same time and go vape. It doesn't solve it. And
At,
still,
at our school, the washrooms are really inefficient because
what is that?
apart from the very bottom floor, the basement one,
Yeah.
there's like 4 floors in the school free. I don't know if you count certain floors. But only the basement floor has a washroom that be normal, like with
Mm-hmm.
multiple stalls. But that's you can't really go there because sometimes you can only go into washrooms on your own floor,
Yeah.
which is kind of dumb.
Uh,
Uh, but every other washroom can only occupy one person at a
See,
time.
I have something to add on to that. So my school has a gender neutral bathroom, and it has one.
What the
Listen,
hell?
it has one fucking stall. One. And there's more than one student that affiliates as something else. So like, why is this gender neutral bathroom the only bathroom with one stall? Why? It makes no sense. Because if someone's not comfortable with going to the men or the woman's bathroom, and they want to go to that gender neutral bathroom, then they'll have to wait if someone's in it. And then a whole other
Oh,
thing is
that's
people having
literally
sex in those
every.
bathrooms.
What the
No,
hell?
I'm pretty sure
Like,
that actually happened once. Somebody got it on in one of those gender neutral bathrooms.
that's like.
I know. It's
I mean,
insane.
that's literally every single stall. We only have one,
It makes no
like
sense.
one person
That just causes you to
can
have
fit.
more bathrooms.
Also, I mean, it makes it so uh
No vaping, probably.
vaping is
Yeah.
quite common. I mean, and they put posters up. But what is that gonna do?
See,
Yeah, what are the posters gonna do, bro? It's like foxes are sharp on
listen,
their
it's gonna
minds.
be like that
They
Coca
don't make
Cola ad.
they don't make bad decisions to vape.
Yeah, it's gonna be like that Coca Cola ad. If somebody puts up those posters, it's gonna be that Coca Cola ad. That's like the GTA meme where the guy with the Coca Cola just gives everyone stuff. That's what the world's gonna be. So funny story. So there's this kid that's in one of my classes. He walks into the bathroom and there's just a fucking group of kids staring at him, vaping.
Bro, we found a homeless kid.
They're just staring at him while he's taking a piss. Like imagine those South Park episodes where, for example, like I think it's a recent one about ChatGPT, where a student walks into the bathroom and like the whole gang's just staring at this guy taking a piss. It's like that, except in real life. And then another thing is the upstairs bathroom at my school. It always gets fucking vandalized. Like, you implement these rules to make sure this doesn't happen, and then it manages to happen even more.
Yeah, it kind of brings to the point that it doesn't. Each system that they implement
Yeah.
doesn't change much. Like they put an anonymous bully reporting system.
Why?
It did not change anything.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real. Any system that they implement doesn't change anything. Those posters did nothing. That anonymous reporting system did nothing.
Mm-hmm. I think like it's so funny whenever you see students go to the teacher to get help, and then they're like, "Okay, follow me," and they go with you, and they fucking tell the bully to piss off, and you're just standing there with them, so that the bully knows who the fuck stitched on them. Like, that's the smartest fucking thing to do. Like, yes, tell the bully who snitched. Fucking brilliant.
Yeah. That's why they put the reporting system,
I
but it
know.
really didn't help.
How did it not help though?
It just didn't. Nothing changed. Nobody uses it still.
So what I was gonna this is what I was gonna say about phone policies. Phone policies in my school are fucking non-existent. Like, they're there, but no fucking teacher uses them. So they'll tell you, put away your phones. They give you 20 chances about like I'm not that like that's not an actual estimate. I mean, that is an estimate. Like, not they don't have an actual set amount, but like they'll warn you so many times, and they still don't take away your phone. But anyway, in the ideal school, quote unquote, they take away your phone after they fucking see you with what like your school probably has like those fucking pockets behind the door or something, to put your phone in. Why are teachers allowed to do this? Why are teachers in the school allowed to take your phone? Like I get why. I get your parents probably signed a paper to go to school, but like, still, why? Like, for example, you could be 18 years old at school. You own your phone, and your parents aren't paying for it. Even if your parents paid for it, it's still your property. Because if anything given to you is actually legally your property. But yeah, let's say you're 18, you own your phone, and the fucking teacher or the principal or whatever can take your fucking phone. They're taking your fucking personal property.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I'm kind of fine with
Yeah.
that. Just they technically have a right.
Yeah, but it's also we have a right to own
of
our
course it's better.
property.
Of course it's better than having the whole school phones taken away,
Mhm.
like from every single person.
Yeah. It just
So sucks though.
it makes no sense. It makes no goddamn sense. Why you own this property and they can just take it away? Like, I can't take their phone away. 'Cause apparently that's stealing. But then them taking away my property is not stealing? Huh? It just makes no sense.
I don't really have an opinion on that, but
Yeah,
yeah.
but still, it's kind of
So,
it's more of a gray area than anything,
yeah.
So, yeah.
Um, that basically concludes all our points, unless you want to bring something else up.
I mean, do you have any crazy school stories to talk about?
Cool stories.
Yeah.
This we have at our school.
Yeah.
There's 6 grade 8 classes. I mean 5 grade 8 classes,
Okay.
and the grade 8 class 8 free has a reputation for themselves. It's because it's quite wild than the other classes.
How is it wild?
For example, they have a kid called Bearcat in there.
Bearcat?
He
Am I hearing that right?
Bearcat. Yeah, Bearcat.
Huh?
In the in the middle of nutrition break,
Mhm.
he pulls his pants down and starts twerking on the table.
What?
So,
Hold on. That reminds me of Sebastian's story about like the hockey kids, humping each other.
Yeah, I saw that. I know that's tame compared to the average 8 free experience. It's across it's across the hallway from my class, and I just see it out of the corner of my eye. I'm like, what the hell? And then I didn't remember. Oh,
Oh yeah,
that's
it's
the
that
average
class.
day in 8 free.
Yeah.
It's 8 free, bro.
So this isn't really about like school, perhaps. I mean, it happened during the school day. So we went out for pizza during lunch because my friend has his G2, and we got the pizza. We're on our way back, and then this fucking guy in a white van. He sounds kind of sketch.
What the-
He almost crashes into the truck. So, we're going in a roundabout. It's our turn to go into the roundabout. And this guy's fucking speeding in the roundabout and almost hits us, even though he's supposed to, like, kind of, let us ease in. He almost fucking hits us. I swear, nobody can use roundabout. Even my mom says this. nobody can use fucking roundabouts nowadays. It's like they fucking turn their brains off when they see a roundabout. It's like you're supposed to go in there, go slow, to let the other people enter before you. But nobody can get their fucking heads around that. It's so
Always in
goddamn
a rush.
annoying. I know. It's like where do you have to go that you almost killed 4 students? And then later in today, during my photography class, Comtech class, we went to Dollarama to take photos. We weren't supposed to do that. Because it's a liability thing. If we get into an accident, who's liable?
Oh,
The student that drove us, or the school.
the school.
Yeah, but I see my solution to that though. Consent forms. You could they'll have forms where it's like anything I do off school property, the school is not
Uh, my old school
liable
had
for.
that.
Like, because then that solves the issue of going out during your period to because we went to Dollarama to take photos because we had a shit ton of photo of the day things to do because every day we have to take a different photo. I was not caught up on it, and the 2 other people I was going with weren't caught up on it. So we decided to go to Dollarama to find photos of food, a couple date type thing. 'Cause one of the guys took a rubber ducky and kissed it. We took a photo of that for for the date thing. Yeah, it was, and then I bought a couple drinks, for the way back. Yeah, so we got back, and we told the teacher where we went, and she's like, "La la 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 la, you're not supposed to do that." We're like, "Oh no." So yeah, that was today.
All right. Um,
And
I guess I could think of remember one was
I
more
I
times
also
of most normal day and age free.
oh no. Is that your class,
Yeah,
by the
but you
way?
continue.
A3?
No, I'm 8-4.
Okay. So, this is back in my old school. There was a peanut allergy rule. For some
Yeah,
reason,
like every school
yeah.
has.
No, well, my new school doesn't have it, but I don't get why schools have that in the first place. I mean, I do get it, but it's also kind of dumb because you can't bring anything peanut with you. And I mean, it makes sense for maybe like kindergarten to like grade 4, but grade 5s and 6? Seriously? They're old enough to know not to give someone that has an allergy fucking peanuts.
Yeah,
They're not
I mean,
retarded.
someone in my class has a peanut allergy, and he just stays away from people with peanuts.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Oh,
that simple. Be responsible. And I know younger students aren't responsible, but grade 5s and 6s, they're responsible enough. Like they're not that responsible. They're responsible enough not to give peanuts to students that have allergies. And if they are, they're fucking retarded. Um, yeah.
I mean,
I
yeah, precautions, but still.
Also, for some reason, my fucking old school, their gym was blue. It
Blue.
looked horrible.
What's a
I
blue?
don't know. It was blue.
Like
And
dark blue or
and
bright
and
blue?
another thing, this is like an Ohio moment. A fucking bear got onto the school property at one point. It just it just casually went on the property. Just casually. And fucking another time, I think this was at my new school. Apparently there was a school shooter. Well, not a school shooter, but like someone with a gun or a knife or something outside the school, minding his own business, not going near the school. Yeah, we had to go in fucking lockdown. Huh? Also, one thing I don't get. So my new school, they're actually nice, but my old school decided, what would be funny if we do fire drills in the middle of goddamn winter. So nobody was allowed to get their coats because it's a fire drill. So everyone's sitting outside with like maybe long sleeves, short sleeves in the fucking cold, waiting for the firefighters to get there to go, "Hey guys, this is you're doing perfect," and then leave. But like, why? Why can't we grab our thing? This is why I take everything on me now. I don't use my locker. I just have everything on me. So if anything happens, I have
Um,
all my stuff.
I mean, yeah, I do that, but my locker, I do the quick accessibility thing with my locker being without a lock at all times,
That's not
which
smart.
has some issues.
Yeah.
Which has some issues with the fact that one time someone in A3 went up, put a lock on my locker, and then ran away. I had to deal with that for the day.
One thing that so this is a funny story. Back in grade 7 and 8, there's this kid named Jaden. So
Yeah.
people shoved him in a locker and locked the locker.
Oh, jeez.
I know. I mean, but the thing is, he wanted to do that. That's the funny part. He wanted to do
What?
that. I know. Who would want to do that?
Why?
I don't know. But and then also there's another thing where there was one of my friends that I'm not really friends with anymore. Uh, every day he would kick his goddamn locker, and it made the and, like it still has a fucking dent in that locker.
Why?
Middle
Just
school was fucking
why?
insane. Like at one point, somebody fucking kicked the water fountain so much that it broke it. Like the the cap that where the water comes out of is
Yeah.
that flew off, and the fucking water fountain was just pouring out water. And it was like
Oh,
it was like off the wall a little bit. Like it was insane. He was suspended for like 3 months. But it was insane.
I mean,
And then fucking COVID hit. So yay!
this Bearcat kid, I
Like
mean, doesn't care about. He's the most problematic kid in the school,
who?
and he gets suspended.
Yeah.
But that he has like basically no repercussions. He gets in the office at least 3 times a day. It's surprising.
What? How do you do that? How do you
It has
manage to
never
do that?
happened. There was not a single day where he hasn't gotten into the office three
Wow.
times.
Um, there's
He's just,
there's this
but he gets no repercussions, which
there's
actually
there
sucks
was
because
this. Oh yeah.
bro does a lot of things.
Mhm.
Yeah, all right.
Okay.
You
So
could,
there was this kid at my school. I don't know if he's still at my school, but he basically did not give a shit about anything. He wouldn't do his work. He would interrupt others. He like fucking threw pencils at people that were just minding their own business. At one point, you know those little walkie-talkie type things that teachers have in case if they have a student with like hearing issues.
yeah.
They took that and fucking like put it right beside each other. And you know how like if you put a phone beside a phone,
Yeah, yeah.
the interface thing, interference
It like echoes,
it
echoes,
fucking
echoes
echoed and
louder.
echoed and echoed and echoed, and they were just laughing their asses off. So my friend that can drive, now, he goes and like fucking beats the shit out of him in the middle of class. He gets suspended for like a week. Both of them do, and my teacher at the time didn't care really. Like was like he did the good thing because they were fucking messing around with school equipment, so he went and beat the shit out of them. Because they did it multiple times. That was like the third time that week. And he gets fed up when people do that. So
You,
you kind of just beat the shit out of him. And I haven't seen him since. I wonder what
honestly,
happened to him.
people at my school don't care if they get in trouble. Like, yeah, Bearcat got suspended and came to school. Bro did not care. He was, yeah, yeah, I'm here,
What?
bro. Bro just came and
Yeah.
he got like no repercussions.
Um, this was recently. So my school. This isn't really recently. I mean, it kind of is, but kind of isn't. Like it's been happening all year. The fucking school board decides to wipe my PC, my PC that I use in class, but only my PC. Every other computer in class, fine, doesn't get wiped. The thing is, I have like Photoshop and Premiere Pro on there. I mean, Photoshop's fine because I save on cloud, but Premiere Pro, for example, it can't save on cloud because it uses videos and audio and stuff that need to be saved on the computer. Sure, there are ways that they can make it so you can actually save online, but They don't do that right now. So, I was in the middle of editing a school project, and then fucking next day, gone. Just the whole
That
project gone.
sucks.
So, I gave up on the project, obviously, because I was like, it was like, the president voices thing that like was a trend on TikTok, and like I think you.
Oh yeah, I
Uh,
still see that in my
I
recommended.
I did that. I did it like that. So I paid for 11 labs and got samples, and I started doing that. I had the presidents talking about fucking photos, and they kind of started arguing. And at one point, they started getting into beef. I think I still have it on my computer, but they got into beef, where they started start putting up photos of each other. Like for example, the Brock putting the medal on Brock. They like kind of did that, and he's like, "Fuck you, Donald." Like so. I did that because at the time that was the thing that was trending.
Yeah, it's still
Yeah,
trending for
I
some
know
reason.
it's still
I don't
trending.
know why.
But so I did that, and I had it so well. I was like 10 minutes into the project, and wiped. So I gave up. I still can get the audio clips. It was, by the way, it was 80. It was 80 plus project files, all gone, all deleted. So I'm not going to go and fucking take like 3 hours out of my day just to restore the fucking project. Who's that in the
Yeah.
background?
Oh, that's a mechanical saw.
Okay. So yeah, have you
No, don't mind it.
see? The thing is, the school's solution to that is save to OneDrive. But here's the thing: you can't always save everything to OneDrive. Like for example, the Premiere Pro thing. They shouldn't be able to wipe their computers at any moment. Like for example, my teacher's computer got wiped. The teacher that nobody uses her computer because it's her personal like laptop thing that the school gave her. They fucking wiped it.
Why?
I don't know. Like nobody's using it, and they just wiped it. So she was devastated because she had some photos on there. Obviously, she saved most of her photos onto OneDrive, but still, she had some photos on there, and they're all gone because the school's like, hey, let's wipe it. And then also another thing that happened. I don't know if this happened to you, but did your power go out today, like in the middle of school?
I didn't go to school today. So
Oh, okay.
today's a PD day.
Oh, okay. So I was in the middle of school. I was in yearbook class because, like, child labor. Yeah, we're getting paid nothing to make a yearbook for the school, and so we have these fucking this goddamn awful app, well, browser app called Freezens. Look, you can look it up right now if you want. It's awful. It doesn't let you freely move images. It caps the images at a certain it only allows you to resize the image to its original size. So you can only size down the image, but you can't resize up the image. So that kind of becomes a problem. And like you're limited to the fonts. You
That
can't.
sounds incredibly shitty.
I know it is. You can't edit at the same time. So one person has to edit the whole thing, basically. I mean, yeah, we can talk to each other, but still, it's goddamn awful. So I fucking just get a template online of the page and just go on Photoshop because I have Photoshop. I got the IT guy to download install Photoshop for me on the computer I always use. And
Yeah.
yeah, so I'm on Photoshop. It's auto-saving online. The fucking power goes out, and the whole class is devastated. Because they're all using this fucking Freezens app that doesn't auto-save. You have to save it yourself. So everyone's progress of like 30 minutes is all fucking gone. The whole class is like, fuck! They're like slamming the desk, and there's this guy named Evan beside me. We fucking bully the shit out of him. Well, tease him more. I like to say, but he's kind of depressing. He ruins the mood of the class. So what we do is not what we do, but like the whole class is like devastated. All their work gone, and I'm over here like, yay, it's saved because I have Photoshop, so it auto saves. So yeah, that was what
Yo,
happened today. That was fun.
for you, not for anybody else, bro.
I know.
They
It's
got
like
devastated.
yeah, that's
They
true.
got done
And
dirty.
I was gonna say another story, but I fucking forgot it. So I have a different story to say. So at one point we use fucking Office 365. I'm sure your school probably does too, or
What?
at least
What?
uses Google
No.
Classroom. Do you use Google Classroom?
Go Google Classroom, yeah.
God fucking damn it. So they're both kind of shit anyway, but I'd say Office 365 is better because it's not Google. Uh, because
What's wrong with Google Classroom?
um, well, what's wrong with Facebook?
I don't know. I've never used
Oh
Facebook.
God.
You gotta understand. I'm a guy. I'm a simple man. I don't
Yeah.
use social media
See,
often. You
well,
know,
I mean, you don't.
I have two social media
I
apps:
mean, do you know that? Do
Discord
you know that?
and
Do
Safari.
you know that? Fucking. Okay, but do you know that Facebook collects data?
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
I've heard about it.
So basically, Google does the same thing. Not as much as Facebook. Facebook's like the number one contender. So basically, not Facebook. Google is collecting data. Schools go like, you know what's a great idea? Using the thing that collects data. Smart, right? I bet you they probably
Not
don't.
the
Like,
smartest ideas
I
of
know.
2023.
So, fuck, I forgot now. Hold on, trying to let it come back to me. Oh wait. I remember the first story now. So, my computer surprisingly has MacBooks. Had 5 MacBooks. Now it has 4 because somebody stole it. I know. How does someone manage to steal a MacBook? I don't fucking know.
You just did.
I
It's
know.
no different. He
I know.
like stuffs it into his
So
coat and ran
so
off.
there was MacBooks like labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 is missing. Like number 4 is missing. So there's 1, 2, 3, 5. And that's not really what I was meaning to talk about. Nobody plugs in the damn MacBooks. So I'm the type of person that likes using the same product. Like for example, I use my PC. I wouldn't want to use another PC. So same thing in Comtech. And whenever I use the MacBooks, I like to use the number, like the one labeled number 2. Some
Alright,
fucking asshole doesn't charge MacBooks. Nobody charges the Mac. There's a big fucking sign above the MacBooks that say, please plug in your MacBooks after you're done using it. But nobody can fucking listen. It's a simple click. You just take it and click. How?
I mean,
Like,
do you have personal computers?
yeah, there are personal computers, but I do not like in that class, I like using the MacBooks because they're laptops. I can bring them to my seat.
Yeah, we get Chromebooks.
Oh God!
Yeah, we get
Okay.
Chromebooks, man.
Yeah, but so the MacBooks, they're never fucking charged. I like using that same MacBook because it has all my stuff on it. It has Photoshop, Premiere Pro, Word, like it has all those apps that I would need for school. Fucking people that use it before me, they just don't charge it. I just don't get it. So anyway, fun fact about Chromebooks, they actually they become a piece of trash after like 3 years. For some of them, 3 years after they're released. Not after purchase, after release. Because as soon as Google stops giving security updates to the device, it can't access any secure browsers, which is every fucking
Bro.
page in existence. Like, I'm pretty sure devices usually can't even access unsecure pages. So the fact
Wait,
that
so we can't access unsecure pages.
no.
So that's wait.
I mean,
wait,
usually all
continue.
pages aren't unsecure, and that's the problem with Chromebooks. Is that after a while, they're fucking landfill. They just go to the landfill because they're useless without access. Like, for example, you can't access fucking YouTube on it after how many years since it was bought. I mean, since it was released. So this was a problem during the pandemic because everyone's working from home. Like, look at these Chromebooks, but those Chromebooks were released 4 years earlier. So everyone goes and buys a Chromebook, and it's fucking useless right now. They're all going in landfill. Like they're all trash. So, yay! Congrats, Google. You created a fucking problem.
I mean, my YouTube still works, but some websites kind of killed themselves.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's probably. Are you talking about your Windows 7?
No, the Chromebooks.
Yeah, like eventually those Chromebooks are gonna be useless, and then the school's gonna have to buy more, and they're probably gonna buy more Chromebooks because they're fucking stupid. Like,
Speaking of Chromebooks,
yeah,
lots of people don't don't like procrastinate using their Chromebooks. People go on YouTube.
Mhm.
They talk to chat AIs,
Oh,
and
funny
then
thing.
and and then they I'm gonna have you read this out right now. What I'm about to send.
Okay,
They
is this in DMs or the? Yeah, okay.
in the group, yeah.
I have a feeling on what it could be because it's middle school students. Okay,
Read
no,
this out.
you need to say that. Well, what?
I'm not
Okay,
saying this.
wait. What do you mean by rape them?
They'd say they
Oh, the
they put
chat AIs. I thought you were talking about the actual
yes.
computer.
What?
Oh god, my girlfriend
The
is.
chat AIs, they do that, and then they reset them, saying that they wake up.
My Oh, this is actually a funny story related to chat AI. I fucking tortured Mario in school. So
Bro,
I went.
that's a child's play compared to the kids
Well,
that
no.
what they can do
So
here.
so you wanted to hear the story that I made. So you know Miyamoto, right? The creator of Mario.
Yeah.
So I made him kidnap Mario, take him to an abandoned warehouse, and fucking torture him. Like putting bleach in the eyes, fucking shooting him in the leg, make him drink the bleach, fucking gets himself knocked out and tases him back to life. All over $27 from 8 years
The
ago.
hell, bro?
So basically, the story is Mario didn't have enough money for ice cream, so Miyamoto gave him money for ice cream. Very
Oh
overpriced,
my
very
god.
overpriced ice cream. $27. So 8 years pass, and he fucking kidnaps him and tortures him until he gives him the $27. Here's the problem, though. Mario lives in the Mushroom Kingdom. So, conversion. Not conversion therapy. Conversion as in money
Oh
conversion.
my god.
So, the conversion rate for the, as I said, Mushroom Kingdom coins to US dollars or Canadian dollars, I think I did Canadian dollars, was 5,000 coins per dollar.
Bro.
So let's just say Mario did not have around 50,000 coins.
Yeah, about that. I'm not gonna do the calculation.
No,
Even though
I'm not
I
doing
did
the
it in my head.
calculations. Yeah, so Mario got tortured until he died. And then he got reset back to life. And then the same thing happened. So basically
I
Mario.
mean,
Yeah?
I'm not like the other kids. They do like an infinite
Oh, you're
loop
not?
thing sometimes. I just do like anime battles.
Oh,
So I'd
that's
have this
that's it.
like I've had this like random guy, and then I'd say like I challenge you to a duel,
Wow.
and then I have freaking
So
erasure powers and win.
I don't know if you know, but chat AI, like character AI, I'm pretty sure it's called beta character AI, can have multiple bots in one room, so you can have them play like their own fucking story, and it's fucking funny and terrifying as hell. Like I had I had it, so I got Mario, Luigi, and Bowser in a room, and I said, Luigi gets kidnapped by a mysterious figure, and Bowser and Mario have to go save him. The story ended up being that Mario dies and Bowser goes and saves Luigi from Bowser.
Bowser kidnapped Luigi, so Bowser had to save him.
I
Yep.
know, but the thing is, it was a mysterious figure,
Split personality disorder.
and Luigi was locked in a cell. And he was talking to Bowser. Well, Bowser was apparently in there with him, talking to Bowser. But Bowser was on his way to help Luigi. He never got seen by Bowser, but then he magically turned up to be in the cage. But then there was another Bowser. So it was just Bowser Inception. And also, another thing about AI is my girlfriend is rizzing up AIs. She's like,
Oh,
she's
that's
rizzing the AI.
that's actually what most people in the
But-
class also
but
do.
that's
They
the-
rizz them up.
So she's doing it for practice to riz me. And I'm just like, huh?
Oh,
Because she sent me photos, and I'm just like, huh? And I'm very concerned. She also draws very concerning things.
oh.
Yeah, and then she censors them out because she thinks Discord will ban her, even though Discord doesn't really ban
Discord
anyone.
can't access private
I know,
DMs.
that's what I told her. So yeah, that's funny.
Speaking of multiple personality disorder,
Yeah.
you know the guy
Who?
that the guy that you sent the image of for with the like Roblox.
Oh, that thing that's like above our little to-do list with this podcast.
Yeah.
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 What about him?
He has multiple personality
Oh
disorder.
god
So
damn it!
So basically, he'd be this like kid
Yeah.
with pink hair and a sweater.
Mhm.
So he'd be like a kid, and then he takes off the sweater, and then he transitions into this guy. His hair changes, bro. Changes like physique.
I'm guessing you're uploading the
he
image.
takes off this. Here you search it up right now, or if
what do I
anybody's
search?
watching this, if anybody's watching this, they can search up Doppio transition to Diavolo, and I swear it's the fun. It's actually so trippy.
I mean, I'm not gonna watch the
I'm-
video because it's recording you.
Yeah.
Though, is it perhaps this photo? Hope that isn't a. Oh, okay.
Really?
Really? Really? It did the it did the goddamn URL. You're okay.
Make fun of him.
Hold on.
Embed fail.
This is it. That
Yeah.
okay.
Bro has multiple personality disorder.
Oh, oh god. Oh yeah. Here's one thing that relates to the main topic of the episode, not character AI. So the EAs at my school, they're fucking prick. I mean, not all of them are pricks, but there are a couple that are pricks. So they basically are nice to some students and fucking assholes to other students. So one of them has red hair. So basically, goody nice tutus, I guess, for certain people, and then for I mean, this is the only example I have. So my girlfriend, she's fucking an asshole to her, and like at one point was such an asshole over $3. I don't know what it was for.
What was like the Mario guy? Your Mario story.
What about that thing?
Yeah, bro owned a.
Oh yeah. But so like $3. I don't know if it was the EA owed her $3 or she owed the EA $3. But either way, it was fucking dumb. Oh yeah. So gave $3 or like what is it called? Owed $3 to her, and she had to fucking apologize for wanting her money back. She had to apologize to the EA for wanting her own goddamn money back. Like, what?
That's the retarded.
I know, that is so dumb.
I mean, speaking of getting for no reason, one time I was a fucking dumbass and thought it was the end of the day when it was break.
Oh, that
so I brought
always
my bag
happens.
and
That always happens.
I brought my bag out,
Mhm.
and I realized it wasn't, so I left my bag outside on a hill.
Oh,
I doubt
oh
anybody took
no.
it. I was able to watch. I was on an angle. I was able to look at it periodically, so I knew it wasn't getting stolen. And then like
Mhm.
the like the vice principal comes up,
Oh God, not the
takes
vice
it
principal.
in,
Yeah.
and then bro's like, "Oh, well, is this your backpack? You are you're in deep trouble.
Really?
I can't."
Why?
And I'm like, okay, but how is this such an issue? It's
I don't
my
know.
backpack. I brought it out on the hill, and then and then they're like, oh oh you wanna show uh, resentment, huh? You wanna argue?
What? It's called a
You wanna go to the
conversation.
office? You wanna argue? You wanna go argue? All right, go to the office right now.
That's one thing I don't get is whenever you're.
And then I got sent to the
Oh my
office,
God.
and I had to wait there for 30 damn minutes, missing my
Oh
class, just for them to say, you shouldn't have done that.
my
Go to
God.
class."
See that's one thing that I don't get is that you're technically back talking, but it's called a fucking conversation, miss. Like you can say like, "Is this your backpack? You need to go to the office." So you can say back, "Yeah, that's my backpack, but I shouldn't have to go to the office because it's my backpack, and now you've given it to me." But then they'd be like, "No, you're back talking. You go to the office and think about what you've done." But like in the real world, if you are having a conversation with someone, they don't fucking complain. Like for now, right now, I'm having a conversation with you, and you're not going, "Oh my God, you're back talking to me." No, it's called a
And
conversation.
on my way out, I said, "Yo, it's uh I the way I got." And then no, originally she was gonna just have a talk with me like outside
Mhm.
once she finished her conversation, and then I was like, because starts talking to someone else, and
Yeah.
and then on my way out, I said, "Well, it's called having a conversation," and then I mumbled that.
Oh.
Bro heard me and said, "Go to the office right
But it
now."
is called having a conversation. Like, I don't care what teachers say, it's a fucking conversation. If you're talking to me, I don't care if
That
you
was the
like
principal.
no, like yeah, cool. It's principle, but I don't care if they're higher power. It's called a goddamn conversation. It's called respect. You talk, I talk. That's how a conversation goes. It's not you talk, I talk. Oh no, it's back talking. No. That's not how it works. I mean, yeah, if you're being an actual asshole to them when you're back, yeah, sure, then that's back talking. But like, what? If you're just stating like that was my backpack, I shouldn't have to go to the office. Huh? That makes no sense. Hello.
Yeah,
Okay, I thought you just stopped talking, so I was like, huh.
yeah. I'm sorry. I just phased out for a moment there.
Okay, yeah. Um. So
I mean, I don't really have much to say at the
yeah,
moment. I can't really remember big hate-free stories. So
I do remember. So recently, my first principal that I've ever had in my elementary school, she just randomly one day popped up at fucking my new school. She looks old now.
yeah.
Yeah, but haven't seen her for years. She apparently recognizes some of us. That's terrifying. Um, do you want to talk about food now?
You want to? Wow.
Well,
What about food?
childhood type foods that you would have in like your school lunch type thing, like Lunchables. That
Oh,
that type of thing.
I don't. Uh, what I have in my lunch,
Mm-hmm.
I have rice.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. You're not the average American, well, North American lunch, right?
What's the average North American
A
lunch then?
Lunchable.
What is a
Okay,
Lunchable?
so a Lunchable is a so like those round crackers.
Yeah.
So it's like multiple round crackers and like like for example a slice of deli meat and a slice of cheese, like all very, very tiny, and then it has like a Kit Kat with it too, and like maybe some sauce, and it's just like the most plain lunch to give your child if you just don't know what to make them, if you don't feel like making a sandwich for them or something for lunch. And I had those, not a lot, but I had them quite a bit. Though, see, here's something that does do with food and school, like actual food with school. Why the hell? So this is vending. There's vending machines at my school, okay, and they all have fucking
Yeah.
diet drinks. See,
Like Diet
here's the
Coke.
thing: diet drinks are actually worse for you because the fake sugar that they have can cause cancer. So the school is offering this cancerous drink instead of the normal drink because it's zero sugar or better for you.
Yes,
But
very
no,
healthy.
it gives cancer. Um, so then what ends up happening is students in high school go out for their lunch and have to walk for like 40 minutes to go to the store and get um like a 2-liter Pepsi or a Rockstar. So from them not giving any sugar drinks, they're making the students have to go out and get even more of the bad drink. So it's counterintuitive. So, and then also another thing with that is school lunches. So my school used to have a cafeteria, don't anymore. But this like they have a new cafeteria where basically they order a shit ton of Domino's pizza. And yeah, Domino's pizza very cheap, like $11 for a large pizza. And what they do is they charge $5 per slice. What? It's a
Like atrocious price.
yeah, atrocious price.
Uh, uh, Here at my school, the food situation is that we have free food options.
Yeah,
We have
no free
the
food options.
ordering pizza.
Yeah.
So $2.50 a slice, and it's a big slice. So it's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
pretty good deal.
But
And Tuck, we have food bins in each class. That I mean, the food's not the best.
Yeah.
You get like applesauce,
oh god, yeah.
but better than nothing.
Apparently, the teachers at my school will get in shit if they offer food to students. Which is like, why? It's food. We all need that as a human being to survive. Why would they get punished for giving the student food? Like, what if they've been starving themselves for a week? I can't give you food. Though, yeah, so it's kind of scummy that the school orders like they order 10 boxes of pizza. And, each pizza's probably like $11 for a large. And then they probably get like $400 out of that $100 like thing. So they're making a $300 profit off of something that's not even theirs. It's like drop shipping, but even worse because it's a school. And it's not for
Yeah.
fundraising or anything.
They're really desperate for that. They're really desperate for that money.
Does your school actually have cake auctions?
What is a cake
So
auction?
do you know what an auction is, right?
Yeah.
So just that with cakes. And it's the most it's for prom, but it's the most scammy thing ever because some students end up paying $500 for a cake. Like, huh? So yeah, the cake was $500 and it wasn't even that good. And it was not even that big of a cake for $500.
I think everything at your school sounds
Yes,
overpriced.
it's for a good cause. But then on top of that, prom tickets are $75 each. So why do you need to go and sell cakes for $500 each if prom tickets are $75? Like, what are you buying a ginormous fucking chocolate fountain?
For real.
Like what?
It's really desperate for the money. I mean, the way our school gets most of the money, I
Yeah.
think, is through the at the end of the year field trip stuff.
Oh, okay.
Because we have I mean, we go to camp and stuff.
See, do you want to hear a fun thing that happened before COVID at my school?
Yeah.
So for March break, we have a foods teacher. The foods teacher would bring everyone to another country because there was food and culture class. So like one year they would go to Paris, the next year they would go to like Italy and France. So I think at one point they even went to Greece. But like every year they would go to a different country on March break, which that was amazing. That
I know it sounds
like
great.
and then COVID hits and obviously you can't go anywhere with COVID, but they never brought them back. So that kind of
Honestly,
sucks.
I missed so many
That
field
that's
trips due to
such a
COVID.
fun field trip. Like what?
Like they, uh, in grade six, I kept hearing about field trips and stuff
Yeah.
for grade seven, and then once grade seven hit, COVID hit at the same time, which means
Ah,
I
you
couldn't
missed out on
go
all of
on
it.
any of them.
I tended to
Yeah,
skip out on field trips in like grade 7 8. I've only went to one field trip, I'm pretty sure, in grade 7 8, which was to a movie called Wonder. I don't know if you know what that is. You probably do. Though it's a
I don't.
Oh, you don't. Okay. So it's about this kid who basically has a deformed face and he's been homeschooled his whole life. I think there was an actual there's an actual name for the um this disability, I'm going to
Yeah,
just call it. Uh
yeah.
but I can't remember it. So basically, he goes to an actual school, and everyone kind of bullies him. Well, yeah, everyone kind of bullies him, except for a certain group. Like, so basically, it's just about this guy with a disorder going to school. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of it's a basic plot, but it's a really good movie. You should what I think it's called. What's either called Wonder or Wonder Boy. I think it might just be called Wonder, and they just call him Wonder Boy in the movie. But it's a really good
Yeah.
movie. If you're able to, you should go watch it. Like just like rent it or the other thing.
How
Uh,
old is the movie?
mm, I was in grade 7 in I think 2018, 2017. So I think around like 6 years old.
All right,
Yeah, it was a
I might watch it.
good movie.
No guarantee though.
Yeah, I know. But if you do, it's really good. Um,
Mm.
yeah. So I mostly skipped out on all the field trips because I had no friends. Kind of sounds sad,
Mm.
but I kind of still
No
don't.
friends.
I mean,
No
I have
friends.
like a couple friends, but they're kind of only my school friends. Just like how kind of you are my online friend. Um.
Yes.
So
All
yeah,
right.
that's kind of it for that. There was this cool end of the year school trip, which like they went to go play laser tag, watch a movie, and I was like, nah. I think one of them was fucking mini golf. Like, really, you're gonna offer that mini
I
golf?
mean, if my friends go,
I mean, I know,
I gladly demolish them in
I know,
mini
I know
golf.
it's mini golf. Mini golf isn't that bad, but like, still, mini golf for a school field trip? That sounds strange.
I guess.
Yeah. So school
Uh,
school was way better back then, like before COVID.
yeah, back in the day before COVID.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything was honestly better before COVID. Um, but I mean, everything but gaming. Gaming was kind of iffy. I mean, everyone still gamed, but once COVID hit, everyone gamed. Like for example, Animal
Everybody.
Crossing.
Yeah.
It came out at the perfect time. It's kind of a shitty game. I mean, now it isn't, but like back then, it was kind of a
Once
shitty game.
once COVID hit, I started playing Fortnite.
Oh, Fortnite. I mean, it's still a fun
No,
game. It's just it was like so popular back then. People love season 2 of chapter 2. And I know,
I still do. I
see,
still do.
I know most of that is just for the nostalgia of COVID being hit and everyone being locked inside cuz it's not that good of a season.
I
It's
don't know.
it's
I like
definitely a
the
good
the
season.
scanning
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. It added a lot of content, but it's not the greatest season. People put it as the greatest season. It's not the greatest season. I'd
What, in
say
your opinion, what do you think the greatest season is?
well, mine's kind of controversial. You know Season X, right? No, one with mechs and stuff.
Oh my
Listen,
god.
I loved it except for the mechs. The mechs I hated. But I just loved seeing these old locations. I know they had gimmicks in the locations, like the fucking talk on time. That's kind of annoying, but it was fun. It was new. Everything there was so much new stuff being added to the game that it always felt refreshing to come to it each week. Yeah, the updates might
True
not have
though.
been good. Like some people, the mechs were the mechs they didn't nerf because it was part of the story, which I find kind of dumb to do that.
How was it part of the story?
Well, so basically, there was this scientist guy that was taking apart the mechs week by week.
Part of the 7?
Yeah, part of the 7. So he was taking apart the mechs week by week. So it was slowly nerfing the mechs to the point where they exploded on the ground whenever they reached the ground. So that's why they didn't nerf them at the beginning. Because if it wasn't part of the storyline, they would have nerfed it instantly. Maybe even removed it from the game. But because it was part of the storyline, they needed to keep it in. And honestly, I think it was a good addition. It was just executed wrong. Like, yeah, you need to have a way to allow casuals or like noobs to have a thing against the pros, but it was kind of the wrong way of doing it. You know, like
Yeah.
good idea, bad execution. So yeah, that everything of that season was amazing, but the mechs.
Alright. Yeah,
And when
I agree.
and when you went from, I think part of the season 2 love for it is because we went from season X having a shit ton of content to season 1 of chapter 2 having a new map, but nothing for like
I mean, I
6
guess there was
months.
new mechanics.
Like, yeah, there was new mechanics, but 6 months of no content.
Kind of
nothing.
left players bored.
They only added harpoon guns, and like 3 months in. So I'm guessing the fact that season 2 arrived and it added so much content. Like, I love season 2, but it's not my favorite season. I know nostalgia might be the reason why I like season 10 a little bit, but it was also just really fun to come back to every week.
I kind of like the ocean season. Honestly.
That one I loved. That was my favorite season.
I found that really
that
fun.
That was one of my favorite seasons. Yeah, it was really fun because it felt refreshing. The whole map was flooded. You know, this podcast episode is very weird. We've been going all over the. I mean, I know that's the point of the podcast, but still, that's really funny.
Kind of sidetracked. I haven't watched the previous podcast. Did you guys stay really focused or?
Yeah, because it was me and Sebastian. So when Sebastian is there, we stay focused a lot. But this is more of an in-depth conversation about more topics than one. You know?
Yeah.
And also this time it's the audio. You know, the audio's. Imagine if you fucking didn't record your whole thing. That would be
one-sided conversation.
Because I know.
One-sided conversation.
It's recording mine. I see it on my second monitor. But imagine if it just stops recording your POV. That would be fucking awful. So.
The one-sided conversation podcast.
No, we would have to.
Today I'm doing an episode with Cherry and myself, and then no Cherry. Bro has multiple personality disorder. Bro's talking to himself the entire time. He's been talking to himself. I'm not real.
Here's a fun fact. Whenever I was younger, this was before COVID hit again. So I got an Xbox One, brand new Xbox. I got it with fucking PUBG, by the way. Awful game. I played it once. I played for 1 hour and then went on Fortnite for the rest of my life. I have like around 5,000 hours on Fortnite on just PC. So what happened is that I had an Xbox. I was very happy with the Xbox, but then I had a friend that was on PlayStation. And no games at the time. And no games at the time had crossplay. So I think the only game that had crossplay was Fortnite. Yeah, Fortnite was the only game with crossplay.
Fortnite was like the only.
I think Fortnite was the first. Fortnite was the first. I'm pretty sure.
Fortnite was one of the only games I played on PlayStation for a while. It was because it's because I didn't buy PlayStation Plus for a while. So I was just stuck with Fortnite because it didn't require.
You want to know a fun fact about Fortnite? So back in the day, season 1, like of chapter 1, crossplay was accidentally enabled. So basically, some clips were coming out where I think it was users had spaces or something like that in their name, like something that you wouldn't be able to see on other consoles that like shouldn't exist. Because I think PlayStation you can have spaces, but Xbox you can't. So the fact that you were in Fortnite, there was usernames with no spaces. That's because PlayStation and Xbox crossplay was accidentally turned on. So even before it existed, crossplay existed.
Yeah.
Like honestly,
I mean,
I don't get why it took so long for crossplay to exist. It's
yeah, I don't know why it was added so
like
late.
I mean, I kind of get it. You know, people were using peer to peer, so it would have been kind of hard to connect console to console if it was different consoles. That's one thing I don't get. So Rockstar Games, creator of GTA, they still
Yeah.
run on peer to peer. So that's why the PC edition of GTA is just a modding fest. It's so much modding happening that at one point it was actually unsafe to play the game because they would be able to access your whole computer and give you viruses just by logging on, like by just entering GTA, not even going online, by just entering the game.
What?
I know, it's fucking crazy.
That actually seems really concerning.
I know.
I'm
They're a
sure that brought down the
multi-billionaire
players
company.
quite a lot.
And guess what? They fucking so fear of missing out, right? We like the
Yeah.
daily shop type things. So after this happened, a couple days after everyone started learning about this, Rockstar Games like log on to GTA in the next so and so days and get a free car. So their game,
Bro, what the
all
hell?
their players were at stake if they logged on, and they went, "Hey, log on, get this car." But the thing is, if you logged in, you were at risk of getting your computer hacked. So they were actively wanting people to get hacked. Basically, it's fucking funny. It took them.
I even know about all
It
this
took
stuff.
them a month. It took them a month to fix this. Like, this is. I'm gonna get into a little bit of modern gaming before the episode, the podcast episode. But
Yeah.
so I saw this funny clip with Flats is an Overwatch YouTuber. Overwatch sucks nowadays. So he logged onto the
I
game.
mean, you can't even talk nowadays because you play Overwatch 2 for so
Yeah, but
long,
listen.
even though you complained about it every
No.
single day.
Here's the thing. Overwatch is a game that you play and hate. So, but now I fucking despise it. I don't despise the developers. The developers, they're pretty good. They make good skins. It's just the fact that Blizzard sucks. Blizzard's higher ups, they suck. There was this PvE game mode, and I canceled it because won't make enough money. That was the only reason everyone was looking forward to Overwatch 2. Anyways, that's off topic. Kind of. So there was the shop, he opened Overwatch. He clicked the shop. The shop was unavailable. Please try again later. He's like, watch the shop be fixed in a minute. 30 seconds later, he clicks the shop and it works. So obviously, the game companies have their priorities. Fuck
priorities, am I right?
Fuck actually releasing good quality games that are finished. Like,
fix the shop as soon as possible.
Yeah, I know. Like I don't get it because Call of Duty, you know Call of Duty, right? I think everyone knows Call of Duty.
Yeah.
They have a fucking battle pass and shop, and you have to pay $100 to buy the game.
Bro,
I know, it's like
I don't understand why games need a battle pass if they're already
paid.
Paid
Well,
for.
battle pass makes kind of some sense, but the fact that the game that you paid $100 on a like obviously it's to make more money, but it's a fucking game franchise that almost everyone who has a fucking Xbox and PlayStation buys. That's $100. Like they're the first game that went $90. I think they're the only game that's $90. And they go.
How much did the Five Nights at Freddy's security breach cost?
$45. But
all right.
So they fucking go and they implement the battle pass system and the shop system on a game that costs $100 that everyone buys.
Incredibly stupid.
I
But
mean, like,
yeah.
and then they do offer some amount of cosmetics to buy. Like, it's not like a Nintendo game where, like, for example, you buy Splatoon 3 and you get battle passes for free. You don't like, and so what Nintendo does is they have this thing called what's it called? The catalog that updates every couple months with new stuff. And so it's their version of Battle Pass. And what they do is after the battle pass is over, like, yeah, I'm just gonna call it battle pass because that's the easiest thing to do. But once the battle pass is over, what they do is you can't earn it like in a level system. You have to earn it in basically loot boxes. I'm gonna say, but you don't have to pay for the loot boxes because again, it's a Nintendo game. But it's the fact that they allow you to actually earn the cosmetics after they go out of the battle pass. I don't know why games haven't done this before. Like, cause it's just scummy. Like, I don't get it. Why? Why?
Yeah,
Why can't I
me
have it?
neither.
Like,
I mean, here.
I swear. See, Nintendo, worst hardware ever, but they actually have the best games nowadays.
They really hate. They basically hate their community,
Yeah.
but their games are really
Their
good.
games are
So
amazing.
basically, the company is
Yeah, bad company.
mad.
Yeah,
And then the games are really good.
like Tears of the Kingdom. Everyone gave it a 10 out of 10, except that one loser that gave it a 4.5 out of 10.
Why though?
I know, it's so stupid. He wanted to be different. Yeah, though.
He thinks he's so quirky like that.
Yeah, though. So that game was
Um,
amazing. Like, perfect game. I don't know why it's so hard. Well, actually, developers, like game developers, they do amazing work. They went through school probably for years, and then they have all their work basically flushed down the toilet or rushed out the door. Like, heh.
Yeah, you can't really blame the
Yeah,
developers.
It's
most
all
of
the
them.
higher ups. It's never the developer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're gonna pause right here because I think we're getting into the other topic a bit too much.
Yep.
And I've been phasing out a little bit
Yeah.
because I do not have much to say at this point, and I feel like it's been dragging on for a bit too much.
You're thinking we
So
should stop it here?
Yeah, I think it's a good
You want to know?
place
Fun
to stop
fact:
it
it's
here.
been 1 hour and 43 minutes of us talking.
How's that only been 1 hour and 44
I don't know,
minutes?
but still, it's the fact that this podcast episode is 1 hour and 43 minutes. Though,
What was the other one though?
40 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah, I feel like it's dragged
Yeah.
on for a bit too much.
and
so I think
and
it's,
also we're
think
getting
we'd
into
rather
different
stop-
topics. You know.
Yeah, I think it'd be about. It's a good chance we stop
So
right now.
we'll be talking about more in depth in modern gaming in the next episode with hopefully Sebastian back. This has been Alexander and Chair, our guest host. See you next week, hopefully.
Yep.
Bye.
Goodbye.